Originally a villain, Emmafrost and her origin is explored in the comics X-Men Origins, Emmafrost. Her story begins with a young Emma playing teacher with her toys. As she reads them a book, her father calls her and catches her playing fantasies with her dolls again. This frustrates him, making a mess of Emma's room by scattering her toys, destroying her dolls, and even comparing Emma to her sister. Amid the mess her father made, Emma stood silently, crushed by his abuse. Emma goes to her mother, tattling about her father, explaining that there's nothing she can do because her father ultimately despises him. However, her mother simply brushes off her worries, assuring Emma that it's just the way her father is, even telling her that he actually loves her the most. Her mother's words fade as her teacher calls her name, pulling Emma out of her memories. Shocked and confused, Emma is called on about her paper and is surprised to receive praise for it. Later at dinner, she proudly shares the moment as they eat. This angers her father, belittling Emma at how she considers that as an accomplishment. This sparks an argument between them, as Emma won't let him discourage her of what she can do. However, no matter what she says, her father always has something in response, something hurtful, something a heartless monster would say. Emma leaves the table, upset and angry at her father. As she grows more upset, another migraine hits, experiencing it more often than before. Fast forward on to the next day, Emma is approached by two other students. They strike up a conversation, praising her for doing the speech. However, Emma doesn't realize this interaction is merely a distraction to slip a fake script into her bag. As she begins her speech, she unfolds the paper and finds that it's not the script that she prepared, but a note to ridicule her. Laughter fills the room as Emma shouts in complete frustration. Feeling all the upsetting emotions, the migraines that plagued Emma suddenly accelerated. She felt her brain expand past her skull in tremendous glory as she let out a burst of psychic power, knocking everyone unconscious. This event catches the attention of professorx, who later visits her in their mansion. Emma's father greets them and settles them in the living room. As they were talking, professorx telepathically communicates with Emma, inviting her to his school of gifted children. He tells Emma that her father is turning down the offer. professorx encourages her to help change her father's mind, as she has an incredible amount of power, waiting to be honed. He points out that her father's ways are flawed, and with that, Emma shut him down. She tells him that she doesn't want to go to his school and that he has no idea who her family is. With that, professorx and his associate left the house, and when the doors closed, Emma was struck down to the ground by her father as he was infuriated with Emma eavesdropping on him. At that moment, she realizes that to live with her father is to be like him, which is something Emma can't bear. Years later, she gets by as an entertainer in the Hellfire Club. Together with Sebastian Shaw, they rose in the ranks as they rid those who threatened their race. Later on, Emma found the Hellions, becoming a teacher to young mutants. It is here where Emma's tendency to be blunt and harsh comes through. Emma realizes that she has become like her father, but in turn has made her into a very successful woman. That wraps up Emmafrost's origin. If you want us to cover more of mutant characters like Darwin, Cyclops, or Wolverine, drop it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and tell us which Emmafrost moment is your favorite.